We are here. Twitter link have a yeah, it still doesn't have the link to the show.
I just heard it ping.
Yeah, the Twitter goes out, but it doesn't have a link to the show.
Oh no, I always have to physically.
I think we just lost Joe. I don't know, he's back. Joe, come back, Joe.
Is he in the car?
Yep.
Oh no. Technical difficulties.
Please stand by. Are we live? Did it pick up the stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. You know, I wanted to talk to you too. Like, I'd like to get a little more information on the energy usage for mining Dynamo coin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's so tough. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, my computer went out. I'll let you take the lead.
Yo, hey, Dallas. Good to be back, Governor. I was out of town for a few days. Yeah, it is all about the sheep.
All right. Yeah, my battery is dead on my computer. It just died. So hopefully we'll survive this somehow.
We will. Light this candle, man. Press play.
All right. Oh, it's up. We're up. We're streaming.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to Dallas. Dallas is here,
That's
right?
true. Well, you got to do the announcement. You know,
I know.
I'm Joe. I'm Joe. He's Sean.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, why don't you do it today? Crypto Chat Live.
Crypto Chat Live.
Switch it in case I go out.
Joe from the crypto van and Sean from the Dynamo secret lair and me back in my living room. Hey, Dynamo Nation.
Hello.
Welcome to the chat.
And if I can get my computer up and running better, we can go over the markets. And Bitcoin dominance is up. We are on fire. It's almost becoming like Bitcoin season and not altcoin season. Another 5% today for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Aave. Everything else is just basically not moving up with Bitcoin.
Nope, definitely not Aave.
And
Mark Cuban, boo.
Plan B a few weeks ago, I think he was right on Twitter when he said it's going to 64, but he's really into that stock to flow model, and he's been right a few times. So, and as Sean has said to us multiple times, it's going to 100,000 by the end of the year. Even though I put on the thing 100,000 by the end of the month, is it possible? No, I don't think that. But
yeah,
we're 5% from 64, so we are moving strong.
Yeah, definitely in a big accumulation phase. I mean, you can't deny that. That was a very powerful, strong run, and I think caught most people a bit by surprise. You know, by the strength and the conviction of it in the face of a lot of adverse market news. So, I mean, kudos to Sean hanging in by your call. Yeah, very, very impressive move, and I agree. I've seen 70,000 call, you know, for the end of October, which, you know, possible we could get there too. But yeah, you keep up this pace, even with a little retracement, you could see the 100K by December 31st.
Sean, what do you think is making Bitcoin's moving quicker than everything else? I mean, a few weeks ago, it was all about, you know, Solana and all of these, I guess, art or, you know, BS artwork online.
Yeah. It's interesting. You're looking just looking at the top 30 or so here. It's a complete negative correlation to utility tokens versus storage tokens almost. So I think that's that's kind of interesting. Ethereum is still pretty good up, but Cardano and Binance and Solana, all of these ones that are coins that's supposed to do something. Chainlink is down 6%. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what is going on, but it's definitely accumulation of coins that are stores of value. So,
well, BTC Dominus is up at 55. I mean, it's altcoin season when BTC's Dominus is down to about 41. So it's definitely Bitcoin's time to shine. Last month it was Solana, and unfortunately, Cardano is always trumped by something. My beloved Cardano.
Yeah, Ethereum gave up a lot too. It's only 17% on coin market cap here, or 18%. So Ethereum gave up a lot by just going sideways. Well, Bitcoin is going to Saturn here. So
yeah. Either way, it's all good. I mean, the markets are moving the way we want them to move, but there's gonna be So do
you think, Sean? I mean, that's why it's able to shrug off like all the negative market sentiment, all the news out there that you would think would put a little bit of the brakes on it, but it just keeps shrugging it off and just keeps, climbing that hill. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, you can't stop a good idea.
No.
And I think we're still very early. Very early. People are still figuring out, stuff like Hedera, stuff like this Helium with the location reporting. People are still just figuring out what can you do with this. And I had a really interesting idea. Chat about it real quick. What if people? I know that there's some schemes that people use to collect receipt information. One of my kids is doing this. So what if people scanned receipt to a blockchain and got paid coins to do that, right? Because that would be information that that retailers would want. How many bottles of Coke are being sold? Coke versus Pepsi, or all these kinds of things, right? It's great sort of market information. Anything that could be crowdsourced, I think, is still ripe for innovation on a blockchain. There's so many different things out there that people could use the public blockchain to crowdsource information that other people are willing to pay for. I
mean, that whole retail space, is going to be changed in the next few years.
Yeah.
Keith's world is going to be changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just have to figure out how to take advantage of it. It's kind of like the big banks, right? Like there's that initial, skepticism, fear of it, not sure, friend or foe. But to Sean's point, as they look at how they could utilize the blockchain for their businesses, like, okay, that could be an interesting new tool or resource.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
and also, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, just like a lot of large companies, they don't want to touch it right now until there's a lot of regulation on it. So you're not going to see a lot of these, warehouses using this until there's more regulation, correct? I mean, they don't want to get into it and the blockchain shut down or changed. Or are they going to create their own blockchain? Is it going to be like a website was now compared to then? Everybody has their own.
Well, I think though that blockchain requires community, whereas website is completely centralized. So I think that there is still a lot of runway on the different kinds of use cases, and people are still figuring out.
And firsthand, Joe, that there are big retailers out there who shall remain nameless who are engaged in this space, maybe in a little more clandestine way where it's not highly publicized, but they are engaged in the space.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as Dalis says, he's talking about Helium. I mean, that's the whole wireless or internet access is going to be. That's what Helium thing is sharing internet access. I'm not into that one just because I don't want somebody else. I need all the internet I have. I need all the internet. I don't want to share mine with somebody else. This one
though is very, very low. Helium in particular is very, very low usage The LoRa radio that he's talking about is about 1.5K per second. So tiny,
Wow.
tiny bits of data. And it's used mostly for things like location tracking. I mean, people don't really know what it's being used for because it's all encrypted on the chain. But I think things like truckers being able to use it, right, to be able to ping back to report a location, geolocating stuff. And the whole thing is that it's cheaper than cellular. The idea is that you can send just small amounts of information. So I think mostly geolocating kind of thing. Or if you could imagine something like a Coke machine, and somebody wants to know how much Coke is in that machine 3 times a day, right? Just very, very little bits of information. It can just phone home over the network, which is just a little bit of information.
I think the fascinating thing, Sean, using your, potential use case about scanning receipts, obviously the value in that has to be when it hits a certain critical mass of users where that data is relevant. And I was actually thinking about it when you were talking, like it could be very interesting if a big retailer, for example, embedded something or locked it in with their loyalty program. So now their community of users is out there scanning not only, the receipts from their store, their preferred loyalty correlated store, but also out there in the real world, sending back that, purchasing data and that analytics directly to the retailer. That's interesting, tying it into loyalty.
Yeah. Anything that's crowdsourced where you want to reward people for, for doing something, and you can tie in crypto because it's a cachet. Right now, it's, if you scan 100 receipts in a month, you'll get a $5 gift certificate to Starbucks or whatever, because Starbucks is interested in getting some kind of receipt information. But it's all centralized. It's all like very tightly controlled, and this would be a way to kind of bring it to the masses on a blockchain. Just a random idea that I was thinking about in the car a couple of days ago. Anything that's crowdsourced. People are giving up their location, right? They run this thing on their phone that constantly sends their location because theoretically, people who are thinking about where to put a store want to know, okay, on a Tuesday at 10 a.m., how many people are passing this point or whatever. I don't really think that's that's a XYZ or whatever the hell it's called. XYY.
Right.
I don't really think that is useful personally, but it's an interesting idea about just sourcing people's information. So I mean that's the Facebook model too, right? You give up all your information for free, and then they use it to sell you ads and make money on the other side.
I mean that's how Waze works, is they know what the traffic flow is because it's gathering everybody's cell phone data. And everybody's speeds.
Yeah. You might have heard of this other company called Google or something like that. They do something similar. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of possibility there.
What do you think about this? Let's start some trouble right now. Let's see Dallas and the gang think of this. So Biden wants to create a crypto czar to regulate crypto. And he wants to figure out a person that's going to tell all the government agencies what they need to do, because he can't create law. He can't force law in action. Only Congress can do that. But he can create somebody that tell everybody this is a priority and push things into the way he wants it done.
I think we need a czar. We need more czars. That's just my opinion. We need more czars. Yeah. Czar. That's cool. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know. Trial balloon BS. That's just not even worth the ink that it took to write that.
Yeah. That's almost clickbait.
Yeah. Governmental clickbait.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, they're grasping. I read today. Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is worthless. Right? Like what? Okay,
he's hilarious because one day he says one thing, the next day.
Yeah, you're grasping, right? You just proved you're a dinosaur. Like seriously, dude. I mean, as the head of the largest bank in the country, he has to say that. But
And
Yeah.
what is it? 4 years ago, J.P. Morgan Chase was creating their own crypto desk. As
They
he was
need a coin. They have a
Yeah,
JPM coin or whatever. I don't know if
they
anybody's
got
bought
it,
I
man.
almost think is he playing games by saying one thing and doing the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because 4 years ago, they were creating their own desk.
Oh yeah, and he said in the article, he said, people we'll sell people anything. We don't care. Basically, he said, like, we don't care how stupid they are. We'll sell them anything. Not in so many words, but yeah, it's, I don't know. These old guard guys just, they don't get it.
I mean, that's all that's in charge too, though.
Yeah, but like all they do is they'll just talk the talk, but then position themselves on the back end to capitalize on it. Period. I mean, as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Trying to kill the price.
Yeah. It's just like in the financial crisis, right? You guys, read the Big Short, they didn't like mark the assets on the books until it came down low enough, for them to make a profit. And then all of a sudden, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. We got some breaking news here.
What's going
Is
on?
this true?
What?
Is this true?
Feely, talk to me, Feely 75. Hold on, I gotta go, guys.
Somebody's wailing into us, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, way to pull it up.
Somebody bought $40 worth, probably.
Wow.
10x
Come
our
on.
volume.
Thank you, Feely. Ignore Sean. Sean's microphone is going to be disconnected.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, that's a good call. Wow.
Wow,
Thank you,
shot on
Janelle.
up. Very nice.
Thank you, Carmina.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
Oh,
yeah, and I
no,
think we're going to
great.
see a lot more of that. And honestly, I mean, guys, I think that's a brilliant segue, into everything that's going on now with the game development. And we're seeing, obviously we're not seeing a spike like this recently, but we have seen some spikes, and it is correlated to a lot of the activity. I know our Twitter followers have gone up 10x over the last week. I know our Discord followers have gone up 10x this week. So word is getting out, is definitely getting attention. So I look forward to more days like this. Feely 75, anytime you see this, just drop in. Just drop in. Send a note. We want to know. And do you want to give a little teaser or update on the game, Sean?
Sure. So we do have a call scheduled on Thursday with a major studio. Again, I have no idea how it's going to go, but it's our first iron in the fire. We have several other things going on that front that we hope to bring to fruition. That's going to drive demand to using Dynamo as a true utility coin. And that's what we want, right? We're an NFT chain. It's very easy to create NFTs on chain, and obviously play to earn is something that we're all very familiar with. So, yeah, I will switch over.
And while Sean pulls that up, again, I know we've mentioned this in previous streams, but I know you all have been following our internal game development, which Sean is going to show you. But what we're doing is so much more than that. It's obviously our own play-to-earn crypto game, Isle of Trials. And beyond that, we're looking to partner with game studios themselves, game developers, to help unlock, the power of cryptocurrency and bolt it onto, their existing games, which will give us quicker access to a very large market. And as Sean said, we have had several meetings with game developers, and more scheduled for this week and next. But it's very, very exciting. And Sean's back.
I'm in.
Oh, good way to.
There we go. He's back. Carmina back.
So part of what we're working on is the land sale. I really wanted to get an MLS type of system, a multiple listing system, where you could browse all the houses on a map and see the prices and see the features and everything else. It's just too difficult technically for me to do it myself. There's just a lot of little details Not that I can't program it, but I want to spend my time working on the game. So instead, we're going to put up a WordPress website based on WooCommerce. We'll have a crypto plugin that will allow purchases in Dynamo, and we'll list all of the different land for sale. I will have a static map that you can download or scroll on the website, so you can see where the different houses are located and what the different features are. So you'll be able to say, okay, a 1-room house is this and a 2-room house is that. But I wasn't able to get the multiple listing service website done in a timely manner, so I'm gonna spin that up hopefully tomorrow. I wanted to show a little bit about what the concept was of the different kinds of houses. So we have, as we've shown before, like these 1-room houses, which are very basic, and then I have these are 3-room houses. So there's kind of a basement in the bottom here, and then you go upstairs, and this one is going to show the improved version. So here there's a basic kitchen that you can upgrade, and then over here is just a basic bedroom. I have like a bookshelf where you can store a couple of books and some crates where you can store some items. And the bedroom may also let you recover your stamina faster, things like that. The kitchen obviously has some storage as well, and will let you prepare food. But when you first buy the house, this is an example of an empty house. The house is completely empty. So like that kitchen doesn't exist, that bedroom doesn't exist, and then you can go in the game and do the upgrades of whatever you want. So this room doesn't have to be a kitchen. It could or a bedroom. It could be a library, or it could be a forge or whatever. We'll have like 4 or 5 different things that each room could be. But the bigger the house, the more the options. So say a 1-room house, that 1 room, you can maybe turn it into 2 or 3 different things. The 2-room house has a little more options. The 3-room house has more options, and so on. So the bigger the house you buy, the more your options and the more number of rooms you have. The sort of primo house we'll probably just have one of. I've started to work on that up here. This is going to be, I'm gonna bury it. We'll create it, obviously flatten out the terrain and everything else. But this is going to be kind of like a large keep that has a whole bunch of rooms in it. So there's this sort of large dining hall. There's a big library back here, and then there's a whole bunch of rooms off here. There's a large kitchen, mess hall area, and a couple of other rooms. And I'm imagining that you'll be able to put like a large storage room, that you'll be able to hire mercenaries that would stay in here, that kind of thing. So this is going to be kind of the big castle one. That'll be a very limited, I don't know, maybe make 2 of them or something like that.
That's awesome, Sean. Hey, Joe, you and me got to go halvesies. We got to go halvesies on the castle.
And we're going to have to buy a dragon to get us up there, like a flying dragon.
Well, I'll skin it all on the outside, obviously, and then I have to flatten this land out. There's a lot of terraforming that goes along with making this all cool. I'll put all the bricks on the outside and everything else. I did want to show also farther over here, I'm starting to work on some of the areas where you can have encounters. So I started to lay out
So the environment's changed real quick.
I've started to lay out the crypt area. So I'm going to probably put that here. And then we'll have some, different monsters in here that you can fight. So this would be probably one of the beginning area quests where you'll have to, kind of make it. Let me just scroll out a little bit here. Kind of make it all the way from over the town, over to somewhere in this area here, and there'll be things along the way. So I'm starting to work on some of the beginning quests as well. So yeah,
that looks great. That really looks great. And I like CDM plugging the NFT artwork on the wall. Oh, she's already measuring it out, making sure there's enough space.
Yeah. So we have to. I did also make this little town area that I've been working on. I think we showed that last time as well. So this is probably going to be like the starter town. There's a little inn. There's a little farm here. There's another inn. These houses I just put there just to demonstrate for this. I'll get rid of those. I'll probably fence it all off, and we'll have some horses and chickens and some crops and different stuff like that. You'll be able to probably have some kind of merchant or something like that. I was envisioning maybe this place is like an auction house or something like that. Exactly what you say, where we could have perhaps real world NFT art that's curated, obviously, because we don't want anything explicit or copyright or whatever. But yeah, something like our own metaverse, OpenSea or whatever, right? You might have a billboard with 5 or 6 of things posted somewhere on here, or something like that. That's kind of some of the really cool things you can do with this 3D interactive sticky kind of environment. So yeah.
Storage wars.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Sheriff is asking the question on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
When will players get their hands on this? So
I'm hoping to have the land. I don't know. We talked a little bit about this this morning. I'm thinking, and I want to make sure that we time the land sale to be coincident with when people are around. I'm not sure, internationally, if there are any holidays coming up, so I want to be careful about that. But just looking at it here, I don't know, October. I'm thinking like October 24th ish. We can start the land sales, and we can have people come in and actually see the houses, and then enter them. The mechanic, let me go over here. So I can demonstrate. The mechanic of buying the house and then being able to go into it is that the house will have this door, and when you buy it, only you can go into it. So you saw some of the other houses, they don't have doors yet, right? I'm still working on those models. But this door has an ID. The house has an ID associated with it, and that's all tied to the NFT hash. Mm-hmm. And so when you buy that NFT and you become the owner, it gets associated with your wallet, which is in the game. And then when the game recognizes that you own that NFT, then it will let you open the door, and only you, and then you can go inside and do whatever you do in that house that's related to the upgrades that you've done, like have storage or have a kitchen or whatever else, all that kind of stuff. Yep.
That's great. So if that's my house, I love all this, and Joe wants to come over for like a boys' night hangout, can he come in my house if I've already gone in?
Yeah, so I was thinking that we can have sharing as well, right? So you can grant others have access to come into your house and perhaps use your resources in some way, so that several people can use it at maybe only one person can use it at a time, because you don't want to have it be like people cheating and taking advantage of the fact that there's a kitchen, because you want people to buy the kitchen for their own house, otherwise everybody's going to use one, right? So
right.
So you want
that prevents me from sneaking into Joe's house and stealing his chickens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would do that to you, Joe. I would totally do that.
And can I get a shot? Can I have a shotgun where I shoot invaders?
All kinds of mechanics. Yep. So that's so I'm thinking like, in about 2 weeks is when we can kind of launch this whole thing. There won't be a whole lot of gameplay. I have some of the action combat. Let me turn off my thing. I have some of the action combat done already. Oops. Sorry. Trying to get my video back. There we go. As you saw before, we have some of the action combat done, a lot of the GUIs done, a lot of the multiplayer's done, so you'll be able to see people walking around. But there won't be like a lot of quests and craft and stuff like that just yet, right? That's a lot of work, and that's what we need to raise the money to build.
No, yeah, there's not as much fighting, because you're just building the land right now. The fighting is where the programmers need to come in, or the coders.
A lot of programming with the animation, character customization, right? All those kinds of things, making it polished. Yep, that's going to be a lot of work. But yeah, a couple weeks, we should be able to all hop in the game and say hi to each other.
That's awesome. And also too, like Sean, it should be said that, we put the land sales out there early for the early adopters. They get it at a discount. That then helps fuel us to finish up the game, get it to a broader audience. So it creates this really virtuous circle, which will be good.
And gets coins moving, right? The whole
Yeah,
point
exactly. Yep.
is purchased in Dynamo. So all those people who just bought Dynamo a couple of days ago can now go buy the houses.
Very nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, so exciting.
Yep.
Yes, it's moving forward.
So, Joe, what highway are you on tonight? Just
I just got over the George GW. I literally just drove over the GW, and I'm in a McDonald's parking lot.
Oh, I know where you are. I know that one in Fort Lee.
Yep, Fort Lee.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Right. Well,
I made it over the bridge. The internet's better on this side, so I just get on this side, and I'm good.
It's true.
Yeah, Fort Lee versus Bronx, right?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the question, Sheriff. That is the question.
Can I donate cash as well, or should I buy more Dynamo?
You don't want none of that crappy fiat.
Buy the coin.
Yep.
Well, wait for the land sale, yeah?
Yep. We're
going to have like pizza delivery guys in this game. But like for that time, they won't be delivering pizza. They'll be delivering, I don't know.
There's all kinds of, there's so many mechanics that you can do with this kind of thing and so many different systems you can create. So yeah, absolutely. It's like once you get all those juices flowing and adding different mechanics, for sure. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do, particularly around AI-based characters, computer-generated characters that are controlled by the server, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah.
10,000 Dynamo pizza.
Like the Bitcoin, right?
That's right. That would be yeah.
We got to make sure we get the Easter eggs in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get a Joe Easter egg, Joe and the Dallas Easter egg.
Well, I think like we talked a little bit about on one of the calls a couple weeks ago on one of the steering committee calls about doing treasure hunts, which I think would be awesome, right? That's basically the equivalent of an airdrop. So if you log into the game in between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. something or other time, there'll be random chests that spawn that have Dynamo in them. I think that's a great way to get people in the game, using it, running around, leading them to places to do certain interactions. I think that again, those kinds of things can only really occur in this kind of immersive environment. You can never do anything like that with CryptoKitties or Axie or whatever, right? Like those things don't have that 3D persona, that immersive experience where you're all going on a group treasure hunt together, right? You can't do that in a web page. This medium is so compelling and so socially sticky. I think it's really a lot of opportunity.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm psyched. I want to play.
And Keith, you missed out last week. Sean was dressed up. You weren't here.
Oh my God, I saw the screen grab. Oh my God, that was fantastic, Sean. That was amazing.
Fridays. Yeah, I do it Fridays.
You look like Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Yep.
We're all gonna have to dress up one day.
Oh, for the Halloween episode. Does Halloween fall on one of our live stream days? Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Halloween falls on a Sunday. Yeah.
Keith, you can
maybe Friday.
Dungeons and Dragons, and your kids can make fun of you endlessly.
Oh yes, my kids, the universe at large. Absolutely, yes, I will do that for the team.
Could play without a graphics card. You can. It will play on CPU graphics, but it does need DirectX. So whatever CPU you have has got to be enough to run DirectX. Can't say that the performance or the graphics are going to be great, but even a low-end graphics card, 2 gigabytes or whatever, would be fine for this game.
Cool.
That's a good question.
Yep. Embedded graphics basically as well. Yeah.
I think what else? Anything you guys want to talk about? I know you guys have had a lot of meetings in the last week. Good promises.
Yeah, the game partnerships are huge, very exciting. Still
Yep.
a bit premature, but there's been many of them, and a lot of interest for sure.
I think there's just a lot of general interest in this. I was following one of these scam coins. It's an NFT something or another, and they just posted on their Discord today that they announced some partnership with a game development company to use the NFTs that they did in the pre-sale in a game, right? So that's already some works for them. And then I was looking at some Google crypto ads or something like that, and they have a full-time blockchain developer position for game integration, just specifically focused on tracking down people who have games and integrating them into blockchains. So I mean, like these are people who paid 150 grand a year to just do game integration. So there's a job title called blockchain game integrator, right? Like that tells you just how much this time has come.
And then Amazon just came out not too long ago, and it shut down the servers.
Yeah, New World, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. People playing. I was playing Far Cry 6. Very, very disappointing. I'm gonna bash it on Reddit later tonight.
Nice.
It's really disappointing.
Troll them, baby. Troll them.
Pay you $60. Buy Dynamo with 60. You'll have more fun. It's really bad.
Yeah. You'll make more money.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool. All right. Why don't you get in and get a Big Mac, buddy, and get home?
Lay down. Yeah. I haven't slept.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you on. Well, Keith and I will see you.
Yeah. Joe and I will see you all Wednesday.
Hopefully Wednesday. As long as I'm home in time, it should be fine. Coming back from the city, but it should be fine.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
We won't burn the house down. We'll be good.
Cool.